It was a Wednesday. My trip was due to embark on a scouting trip. Though I was excited for the journey ahead, I was soon to find that this trip would be plagued with strife and errors. A number of these errors were my own doing, the first of which was waking up late. The flight left before I'd even made it to the airport. Still, I was eager, and thankfully there was room on another flight. I filled the waiting time, taking advantage of the amenities that were available. Despite the setback, things seemed to be going well, until they weren't. I woke up, confused, but surprisingly unharmed. It didn't take long for me to figure out what had happened. And from my time watching medical dramas with too many seasons, I knew what I needed to check first. Thankful to find both of my shoes still on my feet, I thought of what to do next. I needed help, and the only way I could hope to get help was to get to higher ground. And so my journey began. Day 1, the shore. I found some items, food in suitcases spread about, and even sustenance from the island itself. Much like Miley Cyrus's 2009 hit song, The Climb, I too was faced with multiple mountains. Though I wonder, in the 16 years since that masterpiece was released, if there was any consideration for swimming around some of those mountains. Following my swim, it was time to climb. My God, did I climb? As I gazed upon the rocky challenge, I got this strange feeling. Perhaps you would call it deja vu. The feeling like I'd been here before, as if I'd traversed it before, woken up here before, suffered here before, like I'd even triumphed here before. I didn't have much time to focus on those thoughts. I was there in that moment, and I needed to put my mind to the task at hand. Besides my hunger, there was another issue. A strange sensation of an impending doom. I still find it hard to describe. The most accurate word I found for this feeling is still the fog. I was making good time, quickly ascending. By the time evening rolled around, I had no idea how high I had climbed, just that I couldn't stop now. It felt at times as if the island was antagonizing me, testing my ability to avoid its dangerous creatures, tempting me with poisonous fruit to sate my growing hunger. Still, to say the island was cruel would be untrue. The island, I'm sure, was just an island. I think I was my own tormentor. So many times I found myself climbing up just to ask, now what? My time on the rocky shore felt like weeks, but I'm told it was actually like 2 days. I knew I was close. That same feeling, that familiarity drew me in. Finally, I was at the top. The relief I felt seeing that smoke was like nothing else. My hunger and exhaustion forgotten, I raced towards it. In some ways, I suppose, the shore with its sparkling water and gorgeous views was truly the embodiment of trouble in paradise. Definitely felt that way. The tropics? The tropics felt like everything. Everything. It was the food day, Friday. I carefully made my way down. The tropics were a different type of gorgeous and a different type of dangerous. I faced a slew of new challenges, one of which was the rain, another was the poison, and an old one was the fog. One of two questions people always ask me regarding my experience is, what was the biggest challenge out there? And I say, myself. I was hungrier than I'd ever been, and until I dealt with that, I knew I wasn't making it anywhere. I saw some mushrooms, but upon closer inspection, I was reminded of how my scoutmaster almost died on the last scouting trip. Though, on reflection, maybe it was worth the damage it would have done just to have had something to eat. I think my fall might have dazed me more than I realized. I lost sight of a suitcase I saw only moments before. I found this again. No food, just drinks. I also severely mismanaged those drinks. Then I tried to backtrack, hoping to find something, anything. But it was too late. There was no going back. I don't remember. They asked what I would do differently. I'd probably wear pants, and maybe be less of a weenie about trying to pick those fine fruits.